So how do we assess learner characteristics? Well, there are a couple of different methods that seem to be across the board good broad approaches. There's the derived approach, and this allows instructional designers to identify the characteristics of the learners of obvious importance, that means the highest importance, to a given performance problem, instructional need or organizational constraint, by brainstorming. And this could be done certainly in a number of different ways. The managers, the supervisors who interface with these jobs or performers on an individual basis, on a regular basis, can be of great value here. So the learner characteristics can be derived from perhaps a brainstorming session where a list of 5 or 6 characteristics is developed. Then there's also the contrived approach. And if learner characteristics can't be easily identified through derived brainstorming efforts, then instructional designers should contribute a list of characteristics worthy of consideration for the managers and supervisors who interface with the folks on a daily basis. And from that contrived list, certainly a short list of learner characteristics can be worked with. In developing a profile of learner characteristics, the learner profile itself is a narrative description of the targeted audience for which instruction is designed. And in this profile, key assumptions about the instruction design itself will be made about the instruction itself as well as the learners. So it contains a lot of information. It should not be a long profile. It should be something that can give a dense amount of information in a concise way that might be less than even an executive summary. So to be adequate, the profile should be consistent with the results of the learner assessment and complete enough to be used for making instructional decisions. To go back to the importance of assessing the learner characteristics, in terms of what you want your trainees to walk away with, even if you're just the instructional design end of things and you're not necessarily the person who's going to deliver the training, you'll always have to think about how is this going to be received by the learner. If you can answer the question as to how it's going to be received by the learner, then you have a pretty good chance of designing something that's going to be not only effective but efficient in conveying the information that's important to the learner, and thusly guaranteeing a higher degree of transfer through the process back to the work environment, giving them something that they can actually use, which of course is the best case scenario.